Future millionaires, we back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe. So this one is obviously for the Shib army, as y'all can tell by the title. And I just want to take a quick moment, to let y'all know it may be hard sometimes when the price is not doing what you want it to do, but you have to understand all this is a part of the process. We're not just going to take everybody who's holding Shiba Inu to the top. There's going to be a lot of buying and selling along the way to shake people out of the market. What you have to realize, matter of fact, I wasn't even going to pull a chart up on this video, but let's do that. Overall market economic conditions are bad. So let's take this for instance, this article here by Yahoo Finance talking about how the housing market is being brought to its knees by the Federal Reserve. So they're talking about how mortgage applications have dropped over 13%, which is a leading indicator showing us that we're walking into some dangerous times. So yes, of course, I'm bullish on Shiba Inu as a whole looking into the future, but we got some really shaky things on the horizon of our economy. So and we're not the only country that's going through this as well. Like if we take a look at the stock market today, the stock market lost more money than the entire crypto market is worth today. So keep that in mind. We're not the only ones feeling it. So also, let's take a look at some other articles. Global fallout from rate moves won't stop the Fed. Let's take a look at this article here. This is just so you can understand that this is playing out on a bigger picture. It's not just happening to Shiba Inu, so don't take it personal. So the Federal Reserve has embarked on an aggressive campaign to raise interest rates as it tries to tame the most rapid inflation in decades. So this is the most inflation we've been seeing in years, in probably 20, 30, 40 years, of time. So, of course, things are going to be tight right now. It looks like they don't even know what to do when it comes to this, but obviously something bigger is playing out. All of us don't have all the answers, but we know that this is a transfer of wealth taking place. And we know that a lot of the money that was pumped into the market during 2021 has been already siphoned from most of those people who made that money. So this is why I want y'all to be informed, so that way you don't get shaken out of the market and you are able to be wise and withstand the bear market. Because if you can withstand the bear market, by the time the bull market comes back around, you're going to be glad you did. Look at the people in 2017, when Bitcoin first reached around 20,000. A lot of people bought at that point. A lot of people held at that point, did not sell. And then the price dropped all the way down to where we see it get to, maybe $3,000 at one point. Imagine how those people felt. But had those same people held, well, now at this point, Bitcoin is back around that price. But look, they had the entire bull market, of 2021 or 2020 and 2021 for Bitcoin's prices to be, 2-3 x past that point. So it's all a long-term game. This is not something that just happens overnight or the next week. But let's look at some more articles, because you don't even have to sometimes read the entire article just to understand the sentiment, the emotion that's going around, how everyone is feeling. When everyone is feeling bad, and I mean bad because they're feeling uncertain or fearful or doubtful, we can expect the markets to take a hit. So let's take a look at this article by New York Magazine. The Fed might just break the global economy. So these days, the global economy is about as anxious as Herschel Walker's team. Last week, a hiccup in the investment strategy of British pension funds nearly tanked the UK Treasury market and sent ripples of financial panic across the Atlantic. So take a look at this. This is something that's going on. Let's take a look at this. This is something that's happening, at a much bigger scale than we even know. So let's take a look at this. UK pension fund crunch should be cautionary tale. So this might be something that's extremely major, and this is something I haven't even heard about until right now. Let me know if y'all have heard about this in the comment section. So Bank of England says pension funds were hours from disaster before it intervened. Now you gotta know, of course, I'm here in the States, but things that happen in other countries can also, like they said, send a ripple effect across, oceans, and other countries can feel it as well. And we are definitely one of the countries that will receive sympathy, and that just means we'll receive some shock if something like that happens over in the European markets. So key points: the central bank's financial policy committee stepped in after a massive sell-off in of the UK government bonds known as gilts, following the new government's fiscal policy announced on September 23rd. The plunge in bond values caused panic, in particular for Britain's $1.5 trillion, or in US $1.6 trillion in so-called liability-driven investment funds. The Bank of England staff worked through the night to design a package that will prevent the collapse of a slew of LDIs widely held by pension plans the following morning. So the Bank of England told lawmakers that a number of pension funds were hours from collapse. Look at this. This is absolutely, massive news that we got to take into account. So that's like the equivalent of our bonds and things like that, basically falling apart, our entire bond market collapsing. You know what type of effect that would have on market prices. So these are things you have to take into account. So let's see what, as far as timeline and the ending, what they have to say. So why the Federal Reserve won't be so quick to ease up on its fight against inflation. Key points: the consequences for the Fed not bringing inflation under control could be severe. Unemployment could spiral, with the lowest earners sustaining the biggest impact. Okay, so that makes some sense. If they don't bring inflation down, they're saying there's bigger effects that could be even worse than what we're feeling right now. Think about it. If rates continue to go out of control, it can make everything more expensive. So things at the stores become more expensive. The price of labor becomes more expensive. Everything just becomes expensive. Wages become more expensive, so now they have to continue this race of pushing up prices, pushing it up till eventually things are unaffordable, and people have to start laying people off. People stop spending, and it could cause even more havoc than just getting it under control right now. So also they're mentioning how the lowest earners, which we always see that time and time again, the people that earn the least amount always get hit the hardest. So this is the saying: the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And that's just how it goes. That's why it's important to educate yourself, so that way you can have the knowledge to take advantage of these opportunities in the market that other people are using. So economist Joseph B said a worst case scenario would look something like a 5.5% unemployment rate and 3.5 million job loss. So that's almost about 1% of the country, so which is a big amount, a little more than 1%, maybe 1.5%. So that could really affect things. That could really just make this a messy situation even messier. And then think about it, if something happens where they have to send out more aid money, more stimulus money, things like that, that puts us in an even bigger hole. Even though it puts a band-aid on the situation for the short term, we're still digging a bigger hole. So also that the Fed goes too far and stifles the economy too much is the principal fear of the central bank's critics. So the people who are basically against all the interference from the Federal Reserve, which is who controls the money in the country, they think they're basically not allowing the things to take place how they should. Basically, letting things play out. Time and time again, we see when the Federal Reserve sees fit, if things are getting too bad by their numbers, they will step in and bail out certain companies. Certain governments. Even citizens as well. So also we got, I really think the war on inflation has been won. We just don't know it, said Lutho Group strategist James Paulson. So that's interesting to hear. I would like to know more about why he says he thinks it's won already. But yeah, those are some of the things that are just going on in the economy, why things are slow right now. As long as you can understand that, you'll be better off than checking the price of Shiba Inu every single day and just wishing for, whatever price breakout you're looking for, you'll be better off just staying up to date with the news. Research some of these keywords: Federal Reserve, inflation, crypto, stock market, economy, different things. So any relevant keywords, so that way you can get an understanding of what's going on, in a larger scheme of things. So that way you can calm your nerve a little bit instead of feeling like, it's only, you and Shiba Inu. So let's take a look again real quick what the price of SHIB is before we get up out of here. Overall crypto market overall crypto market at 946 billion, down 1.2% right now. We got Bitcoin at 19,500, ETH at 1332. So you see the overall market right now is a little red. We got XRP absolutely taking off right now. Stay tuned as well. I will be dropping an XRP video. XRP up 10% this week. If you've been following, you seen my XRP videos been turning up. I've been telling y'all, not financial advice, but none of this is financial advice, but XRP is one of my long-term holds that I'm very bullish on. So also we got Cardano at 42 cents. Notice how everything else is red, but XRP still shining. Shiba Inu down 0.7% and sitting at that 1113 level. And now what we're going to do is take a look at the volume. We see it's down 19.5%. Also, I took a look at some indicators earlier. I could tell that, like I usually say, if you bought some already and you're good in your position, then you can just, be fine right now. You can just sit on your hands. Or if you want to accumulate more at this price, that's fine also. Let's say you bought in a lot higher, then to buy at this price would not be a bad idea to bring that cost down. But if you're in a good position already, then, you could just let this play out right now. It does look like we could potentially have some room to go down in the short term. It doesn't mean we will, but we have some room to go down if we don't continue starting to finally, move up. Let's see if we break outside of this trend here. If we start trading to the downside, going below this, then we know we got, some room. We could possibly retest these low 10 areas. So that's all we got for this video. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Check the links in the description section of this video. I got some free resources down there for y'all: stocks, crypto. Also, if you're interested in getting any of my courses, reach out to me via email at DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. I got my stock options trading course, will teach you how to trade stock options. Also, you can learn how to day trade with that course as well. You'll watch me live trade in the markets, making thousands of dollars, doing exactly what I'm teaching y'all here for free on the channel. But also, my Crypto 101 course is available as well. And then we got the technical analysis course that will teach you how to interpret this data on the chart. So let me show y'all this. Learning how to understand what these candles mean. Learning how to understand what these indicators mean. Learning how to use these tools. This is all information. Knowing what all these, how all this information plays a part. These is all things that you need to be knowing if you want to become a better informed investor. Again, you can reach out to me to get those courses at DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter at DecemberDeMarco. Follow me on Instagram at DecemberDeMarco. I will be watching for who follows me after this video. And that's all we got, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.